Welcome back. I hope you've had a great summer. Today I'm in my back garden and I'm going to talk to you about pots. Now pots at this time of year, it's early September, can look a bit tired and things can be going over. But you can give them a new lease of life just by adding a few new plants. Now this pot has cosmos in it, osteospermum and trailing blue lobelia. The osteospermum is still going strong and that'll come back next year, as long as the winter's not too hard. So I'm going to keep that in a pot because they're really good in pots, osteospermum. But this cosmos at the back has well and truly snuffed it. It's dead. Now cosmos is a wonderful plant and it can flower into autumn. I've known it flower well into autumn, almost until the first frosts. But this one has just kicked it. So it's coming out and I'm going to replace it with a new plant to give this pot a new lease of life for early autumn. So I'm going to replace it with a verbena, and I've got this verbena which is called Verbena Bampton. It's a perennial verbena. I've never seen it before. I just saw it in the garden centre and fell in love with it. It's really sweet. It's got really little delicate flowers, these little purpley flowers. It's quite bushy in habit and it's quite sort of light and airy in feel. I think it's really pretty, it's really natural, and that flowers summer into autumn, so that'll give me some autumn colour in this pot. Now this plant likes a sunny position and well-drained soil, so don't put it in the shade and don't put it in heavy clay. So this is going to go into this pot. So put that on the ground, and the next thing I'm going to do is hoik out the cosmos. So they're coming out. Put them in my trug, and they can be composted if you do compost. And then I'm actually going to remove some of the old compost because the nutrients only last 3 months and this pot's been going for quite a while. So if you put in something new, a new plant, it's a really good idea to put in some new compost. This is quite tired now, this compost, so that the new plant is happy. So I'm just going to remove some of the old compost, and it will give the existing plants a new lease of life with some fresh compost, because this osteospermum is going to stay in there for next year and it may produce more flowers this year. So new compost in. Buy good quality compost, multi-purpose. I'm using Rocket Grow at the moment, which is endorsed by the Soil Association. So it's a good compost. Take out your plant and just tickle out the roots at the bottom. You can actually just pull it just so that it's not growing round itself at the bottom. And then just tickle it out. That way around, James, or that way around?
That looks good to me.
Okay. And this plant, this verbena, with its pretty purpley pink flowers, is apparently good for pollinators. So that's good. Bees and other pollinators will like this. And we really need to support our insect life because it affects the whole ecosystem. The birds eat the insects. So we need to support our wildlife. That's ready to go. Just nestle it in and then I can water it, which I'm going to do next. Just remove everything. And keep an eye on the watering, because although it's now early autumn, September can be a very dry month and pots dry out more easily than plants in the ground. So make sure you keep on top of the watering. So give it one water and let it just go through, and then give it another water. That will do. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.